Hi guys, it's SimLicy here. So welcome back to another speed building video, and this time I finally built a penthouse. That's right, City Living's been out how long and I haven't built one yet. This is my first ever penthouse. I have tried to build them before and built like a piece of it and hated it and been like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And yeah, this one actually came together pretty easily. I just needed to let the whole penthouse thing sink in, I guess, and give it time because I actually really like the way this turned out. And before we get too far into this, I want to apologize if you can hear my neighbors at all because they are building stuff, so they might be a bit noisy, but hopefully any of the outside noise, at least outside of the house, doesn't come in and pick up on the microphone. I would, wait till they were done or record at a different time, but as you guys may have noticed, I haven't put out any videos like all weekend, so it's been several days, so I didn't want to put off recording this any longer, so yeah, hopefully their noise isn't an issue. That's not too bad right now. It was noisier earlier, so. But anyways, as you can see, I started with a little balcony because I had started building this before. Like, I did record it, but I didn't really like what I did, so I completely demolished it, and then I had built that one balcony area, and I really liked that, so I'm like, I'm just gonna start with the area I like, and then go from there. And so I built a little balcony area, and the reason I put those bushes around the patio is because there's this one building off in the distance. I don't know if you can see it at all in the camera, but it has like this cascading vine that goes down that we don't have that. And I was like, well, I'll just put bushes and we'll pretend that it's the cascading vine like the building has. But yeah, I just like it so much. And the windows are so obnoxious. We have no matching windows that match the building. Like, they're the same shape, same style, same design, but not the same color. And there's actually two colors on the swatches that are exactly the same. So I don't know if that was a mistake on their part and they were supposed to give us one that matches the ones on the side of the building. So those old style windows, we're already kind of past putting those on there, but they have two recolors that are exactly the same and change the window not at all. There's it shows like the colors as brown and white. It's like so frustrating. So I'm like, I have to mention it because I think that they were supposed to make it matching to the outside window, but it doesn't match at all. There's just two recolors that are exactly the same. And this building right here doesn't end up staying. I don't end up having a staircase that goes down here, so we don't keep this. So yeah, I didn't cut it out though, so maybe I should have. Oh well. But anyways, I messed around with this for a little while, but just really couldn't. It just, I don't know, didn't look the way I wanted to. If we had some cool spiral staircase, that would have been much better, or like a ladder or something. I don't know. I really hope we get those soon because I think that's one of my most frustrated things with this game is our limited staircase choice, because the staircases are ginormous and they make things like the scale's a thing, especially when you're trying to recreate real houses. Like when I built my home for my 500 subscriber thank you, my townhouses that I live in are actually a lot more narrow, and they came out so wide just because I had to compensate for the size of the staircase to fit everything that our house actually has in it, because our staircases are actually more like an elbow-shaped staircase where they go up and then there's a landing and then they curve back around and then there's another landing, so they're kind of like bent, So I really hope something like that would be, I don't know, really nice to have, and I hope we get something like that someday. But anyways, what penthouse would not have an awesome swimming pool like this? So I definitely had to create some sort of an infinity pool, and I used those cool windows with the blue tint to see into the swimming pool a little bit, so that's so cool. And this build has lots of like balcony and like cool outside hanging areas. Oh yeah, I didn't describe what the whole theme of the build was. So you may have seen the guy at the beginning sitting in his office talking on his phone. He is a professional photographer, so I made custom portraits of some what I thought of as like fashion models, and I thought that he was kind of like this really like high-end fashion photographer. Like he just like he just photographs all these models and just like really high fashion models too. Like I don't know if those pictures looked high fashion to you, but I was trying my best with because if you use custom content at all in the photographs, I learned this when I did my build in Old Town Windenburg, where I had the bridal shop. Originally, I had took photographs of brides wearing custom content, but since I had photographed custom content, the game automatically recognized that and made my photographs custom content. So that was kind of interesting to figure out. I think you could have probably still downloaded it with the custom content photographs, and you wouldn't have to download anything specific to have it show up in your game. Do you guys know what I mean? Do I make sense? I hope I make sense. But anyway, so I had to go through and retake those photos with just the wedding gowns and things that we have in the game, so they wouldn't be classified as custom content in the photographs. I hope I make sense to you guys. But anyways, I accidentally saved over the version that had the ones with the custom content photographs in there. Otherwise, I would have shared both of them to gallery, but I saved over it, so I don't have it anymore. But that's okay. That still turned out just fine with the in-game bridal gowns. But I would have tried to make these photographs look a little bit more high fashion and customized if they wouldn't show up as custom content on the gallery. But since I did, I just used kind of like the most fashionable gowns in the game, and I kind of tried to make the girls look high fashion. So they have like short kind of pixie cuts and like, I don't know. I'm not like a high fashion type person, so I tried my best. And yeah, so as you can see, the building is pretty much coming together, and I don't end up keeping the blue that's on the exterior, as you may notice from the thumbnail and stuff, but I just thought that I was just gonna go with brick and white throughout the whole thing, and I go on that same trend with the interior as well. And this piece with the big windows changes quite a bit. For a while, I decided to put these old-fashioned windows, and then later on, I put the bigger windows with the cool, like, metal framing outsides. You'll see in just a moment. I may have cut out the old time. Nope, I didn't cut them out. Here I put in the old time windows. And then, yeah, the exterior still changes a little bit, because as I went on messing with the interior, it just, I don't know, it kind of evolved over time, because this build took me a long time. It took me about 6 hours to build this entire penthouse. And so it did take me a few days, and it's been on the gallery for a few days, so you may have seen it already, and if you've downloaded it into your game, let me know if you liked it or not, because I try to do like my videos shortly after I upload them to the gallery. Like if I upload it to the gallery, then I try to make sure the video's up the next day, so it's like kind of more of a cohesive thing. But I just had a really busy weekend and just, I don't know, just spent time with my husband and stuff. We had a nice weekend. Oh, and I did some painting. I haven't painted in ages. Like I have always been like artsy or like really into art, and I took a bunch of art classes in high school. But since I've been an adult and been busy in college, I haven't had much time to do artwork, especially in the last like few years of college. I have seriously been so busy with it. So yeah, I am not that busy in school right now. I mean, I have my moments of busyness with school, but yeah, I just spent some time painting, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I want to make some more paintings and stuff for us to hang up around our home, because I don't know, if you're interested, you could go to my Twitter page. I almost said Tumblr page. It's not on my Tumblr. On my Twitter page, and you can see the painting if you're interested. And yeah, but anyways, what I'm building right here is kind of a cool little greenhouse, and it's going to be right off of the kitchen, so you could grow your, you know, fresh organic vegetables. Like I thought this person that lived in this house would be pretty like hipster and kind of health conscious and like only buy organic, and I don't know. I just kind of had a cool hipstery fashion photographer in my mind while I was creating this. And as you may have seen, the little bit of the interior, I did create a balcony, but I ended up switching it around so it doesn't stay exactly the way it is once we get onto the interior. And I did have to cut out the floor planning and a lot of me messing around with just random little things, because like I said, it did take me 6 hours in total. So if I would have kept all of the footage in, we would have been here all day. Like I think when I first cut it down, it was a 50-minute long video, so I had to, I don't know, I just had to go through and cut out little tedious things. So it did take me a while to actually edit this footage, which is another reason why I didn't have it up so soon. But anyways, hopefully I'll have more videos out this weekend. I do have other builds in mind and things that I would like to do, and I'm hoping to get some building done before I go to school today. I do have to leave in 3 hours, so 3 hours should be enough time as soon as I'm done recording this to hopefully get something put together for later on this week, because I am going to be a little bit busy with school. I do have some papers coming up, and then I finally graduate here soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh man, I'm getting so excited to graduate and celebrate and everything. But as you can see, I'm going very industrial, which you might have guessed on the exterior. It is quite industrial on the exterior, but with industrial on the interior as well. And use my favorite floorboards. And you can see I already put in photography studio. And you won't see the custom artwork or the custom photographs when when I'm building, but they will all be in the screenshot. So I kind of just only put them in the photography studio itself and in the hallway leading up to it, because I kind of thought maybe he'd bring his clients in and they could kind of see his work as they walk down to the hallway to his office, and then the photography studio is connected into the office. So hopefully you can see how everything's laid out pretty well. I did include some floor plan shots at the end so you can see how everything's laid out that way. But I built a built-in bar right here with some bookshelves. I don't know, I thought it kind of looked cool. And I was gonna put the dining area here when I originally was doing the plan, but I make this a living area. So soon we're gonna jump to where this is completely flip-flopped around. So give me just a second and then you'll see how everything is just kind of, the balcony is over the living room, and then see, here we go. So now the balcony is over the living room and you kind of look down onto it. And so if you did want to make this into a family home, there's tons of room to make actual bedrooms, but I only did this as a 2-bedroom, so it's a guest room, and then there's like a master, like super master suite up at the very top of the house. So I did create it just for a single sim, but obviously you could have a couple here, you could have a whole family here, you could have whatever you wanted here. And these rooms that I'm building off right here is going to be a bathroom and a home gym, but then there's that little space that's right there off to the left of the living room, right here where I'm going to put a closet. This could be a tiny bathroom, and you could obviously turn the other bathroom that's downstairs into a bedroom. The office could be a bedroom. The photography studio could be a bedroom. There's tons of space in this penthouse to have more bedrooms if you did want to have, you know, roommate sims, family sims, children sims, whatever living in this house. So yeah, but this is the downstairs bathroom for the guests and everything to use. And yeah, I really like it. I really like the way it turned out a lot. Lots of brick and dark colors. It's just super masculine toned build, and I really like this style a lot. It's super cool. And I mean, this is like the exact style of penthouse I wanted to build for the Arts Quarter. And I want to do a more fancy, classier, kind of modern, glamorous apartment, I think, for Uptown, because I still haven't done anything in Uptown yet, and I do have ideas for it. So I just need to spend the time and do it. I've just been so intimidated, I think, by these penthouses and the large apartments and the multi-story apartments and stuff. I've just been a little bit intimidated by them, but yeah, eventually I'll have something for them. And this is the little home gym, because I did think that the guy was pretty into his looks and health conscious, and probably, you know, worked out on his physique a lot. So he needs a place to work out. He also has a place to get massages out on one of the balconies. There's a place to do yoga and get massages and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool and high end. I think in total this penthouse came out to about 200 and something. Like I want to say 230 or 260,000 simoleons, somewhere in that range. So it's pretty expensive, but I mean, I wish we had an actual photographer like career. I don't know. I mean, you could pretend and like just give him money, or you could get him into probably the social media career and pretend that way. I don't know what would be the best way to do it. I know there's like modded careers, and I don't really know how well they work. I've never tried one out myself, but maybe that's a way to do it. But yeah, have you guys ever ran like a store as a photographer? Because I know that the whole photography thing came with Good to Work, and I think the idea was that you could run a photography studio. Have any of you guys ever done that? Because I never have, so I don't know if that would be a better way to do it, like have a store where you took your photographs to sell, or could you, I don't know, because there's not really a good way to run a store out of your house. I mean, you could just set this lot as a store and then own another lot somewhere else. I mean, but then you're getting kind of complicated, so I'm not sure what the best way to do it would be, but oh well. I have had this idea in my mind for a photographer to live in a penthouse pretty much since City Living came out. And yeah, I finally did it, so I'm pretty happy with it. So it may not be like the most practical or functional thing, but I think it's a cool idea anyhow. But yeah, I think his office is coming together pretty well. That picture of like I think it's like the Brooklyn Bridge or whatever it is, I do end up hanging some of his custom photographs in that area as well. So it's kind of like the whole hallway, his office, and then I don't think I hang up any in the actual studio. I can't remember. I may have, I may not have, I'm not really sure, but I wanted his like office area to kind of display his work. So his customers, you know, his clients that come in to get consultations or whatever could see his work. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fun idea. And then I think we get on into the kitchen. I'm trying to remember how like the events of building this happen, because it has been a few days since I did build this, and I did share some pictures of it on Twitter, so you may have seen it there, and like I said, it's been on the gallery too, so you may have seen it on the gallery. And so yeah. It has a pretty cool look to it. I think it's pretty unique and looks pretty nice anyhow, and it's huge too. There is 3 floors, so that's pretty neat. Oh, and I put like this open pantry, the shelving that came with Dine Out. I put that in the corner of, right here in the kitchen. I thought that was kind of cool since he has like his little garden outside and a little greenhouse. Maybe he goes to a store like Whole Foods or World Market or something and gets all of his cool hipster around the world organic food, and I don't know, and keeps it there in his open industrial pantry. I thought it was a pretty neat idea. And then I added some mirrors here into the photography studio so the models could check up their makeup or look at anything that they needed to make sure they were ready to get their picture taken. And I did these shelves here, and I wanted to keep them as these corner shelves, but they were clipping quite a bit, so I do change them around a little bit and just do them on the sides, so, which is a shame. I wish they didn't clip so bad because I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And I think the ones above the microwave end up not being at the same level as these ones, so if you do download this, you might want to change that, because I think I'm going to go in and fix that for myself, because it's a little bit irritating to have them uneven, but oh well. It's probably not that big of a deal, but I thought they looked pretty cool with the like kind of keeping with the open pantry idea. We could see some of his food and I don't know, little things, spices and sauces and whatever he has up on the shelves. Thought it was a pretty neat idea. And yeah, I don't know, I just really like this industrial style a lot. And I did actually look back at my first sort of industrial style apartment that I did. I looked back at that to kind of get ideas on how to decorate this, because that was honestly one of my favorite apartments I've ever decorated interior wise, I think. Well, of course not exterior wise, because we can't build them, of course, duh. Yeah, I really liked the way that apartment looked, so I did take a lot of inspiration from how I designed that one. So if you guys haven't seen that one, oh, and I rewatched it, and listening to my commentary, oh my god, it wasn't even that long ago, and I think I've improved so much on my commentary skills. Like, I don't know, I sound kind of sad almost, like it's kind of like a mopey thing. I couldn't even imagine. I haven't gone back and listened to like one of my very first ones. I can't imagine how bad I sounded then, because the industrial one, I think that was sometime around the beginning of the year. I think like it's only in like January. That was only like 4 months ago, and it was like a big difference in my opinion. So I don't know, that's cool to kind of go back and look and see how you've kind of progressed and grown, because yeah, that's something I think I didn't realize how much I changed in commentary wise. So I think I'm more interesting sounding now than I did even just a few months ago. So I don't know. I think that's the case anyhow. But anyways, I do some like outdoor sitting area right here. I was gonna do like a dining area, but I ended up just doing these like couches and a cool little, I think one of the fireplace coffee tables out here too. So I thought you could sit out here, have some food, and there is, you know, of course the bar inside, so you could have some drinks and stuff. So do I do a dining table? Oh, I do. I do a sitting area and a dining table. I thought that I got rid of that completely. So yeah, it's just a nice hangout area. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I really like the patio furniture. Did I come with the perfect patio? I think that stuff may have. I don't know. I have like all the packs jumbled in my head these days. There's so many of them. I get so confused. But this is a little like wellness balcony, we'll call it. Has a yoga mat, place to get a massage. So pretty relaxing. And I also tried to put lots of radios everywhere so you could listen to lots of music. Like, I imagine he hosts lots of like parties with his like model friends, and yeah, so he's got to have lots of places for entertaining, so music and swimming and, you know, drinking and things like that. There's no dance floor except for those that I use for the skylights, so maybe a dance floor would be a good idea somewhere, but oh well. You could obviously change anything that you wanted to if you do decide to download this, and the link will be in the description as it always is, or you can find it on the gallery. And you can search either hashtag SimLicy or look up my ID, which is SimLicy also. So if you type in SimLicy anyway, you should find it, I'm sure. And I think I just named it Industrial Penthouse. Maybe First Industrial Penthouse. I forget what I called it, but I wasn't too creative with the name of it, because I mean that's the main thing. It's an industrial penthouse. Whether you keep it for a photographer or not, you can change that. But anyway, so this landing area could also be used as another space for bedrooms. If you wanted to, you could kind of section it off somehow for some little bedrooms. But I just made it kind of like a gaming area. So I put like the foosball table, the keyboard, dartboard, and yeah, I think I'd put some seats up there later. Just a place to kind of hang out, and yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I like that you can just kind of walk around the entire living room and look down. And I use those hanging like canisters as a chandelier, which I thought was really cool. Looks super nice, and I've used that a couple of times in more of my industrial style builds. And of course, gotta have a little seating area out by the pool. And I changed this up a bit and do another like sort of plant area just because I thought that was a little bit weird to have that like kind of walkway that went in front of the windows. Like, couldn't really place anything there, so it's a bit unnecessary in my opinion. But yeah, I actually really like this seating area. I think it's pretty cute, and I did play test everything just in case you're worried about anything anything working, because I do use Move Objects a lot. So I did have to fix a few things, like this upstairs bathroom that we get to in just a little bit. It didn't work. Like the toilet works, but the shower didn't. So I replaced it. I'll explain it a little bit more when we get there, but I just have to change a few things. But this is the spare bedroom. Obviously, you could move a roommate in here or make it a children's room if you wanted to, but I just did it as kind of a spare bedroom, so it's not overly decorated. It just has a few items in here, and maybe he has a brother or something that comes and hangs out and stays in this room sometimes. I don't know. It could be anybody you wanted, so I just kept it pretty simple. Didn't try to design it for any particular person. But I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. I just am so happy. I like this style a lot. But this is that little bathroom that I mentioned. So the shower ends up not working because it's just a little bit too cramped with the sink and everything. So, yeah, you'll see. See, it's a little bit too cramped. So what I did instead is just rearrange it a tiny bit and put just a single stand-up shower instead of like the shower tub combo. And yeah, I think that was a much better idea because it's just a little hallway bathroom. It doesn't have to be a full bath and shower thing. So I really like what I did right here where I made this other balcony area. So it's super lofty as well. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I did another like kind of lofty area where you can look down going on up to the master bedroom. And the master bedroom, of course, has a super awesome ensuite and a balcony. So I did have to move that portrait of like that city portrait of Penny Pizzazz. I think it's Penny Pizzazz. It might be somebody else in Penny's dress, but I thought that maybe that's like an advertisement to his photography business. That's somebody he's photographed, as well as the other built-in board on the other side of the house. I thought that this is kind of him advertising his business from his, you know, penthouse house. I actually really like the master ensuite bathroom. It's really cool because it's kind of like this open closet slash bathroom. I don't know. You guys will see it when we get to it, and hopefully you guys like it as much as I do because it turns out pretty cool. I did also want to fit like a fireplace and sitting area in here, but it ended up not doing that. I actually didn't end up putting a fireplace in the living room either. I kind of think I should have. I ended up exchanging it for that trunk, as you guys may have noticed. And looking back, I think I probably should have left the fireplace. So I might go back and change that, but you know, if you download this, that's completely up to you. But I don't know, I kind of thought he should have a sitting area up here, but there just really wasn't the room for it. It felt a little bit too crowded, so I get rid of the fireplace and get rid of the couch, and yeah, I think it looks a lot better in the end. I do put a little like seating area in there so he can sit down and like read, or I don't know, maybe I wish they could sit and play the guitar. I didn't give him a guitar, but I wish your Sims could sit and play the guitar because that seems pretty natural to me. Like my husband plays the guitar and he most of the time sits and plays his guitar while he's practicing or learning new songs and stuff. So, but oh well, we can, I don't know. I think it'd be cool if he could sit and play guitar, is what I'm getting at. But this is the master ensuite. There's a shower, a bathtub, a sink, a toilet, of course. And then over here, I do a wardrobe area, which I thought was really cool. At least it looks nice in my opinion. So we'll decorate it in just a little bit. I just really like, because he has the actual like get together closet, but he also has, I end up putting the dresser in his room, but I do like the hanging wardrobe things and the shoes. You'll see. I think it looks cool. Hopefully you guys like this as much as I do. I don't know. I feel like I'm bragging about this build a lot, but I'm just really happy with it. So I don't know. I'm just kind of excited about it. So it's always nice to share something. Like I'm happy with all of my builds, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't share them. But this one I'm just extra happy about. So I think it looks cool. But didn't that look awesome? Maybe you couldn't see it as well through the decorating process because the video is sped up quite a bit, but oh well, you'll definitely get a good look at it in the screenshots because I think I included, I don't know, it's a bunch of screenshots. It does it takes up like several minutes, I think. But yeah, I think we just add a few more finishing touches, and then don't forget to check out the screenshots because you will see like the custom photographs and stuff in there. But since I had this space, I did a little balcony area so he could come out here and sit, and I think I added one of the lemonade pitchers, and I add quite a bit of those lemonade pitchers because, like I said, I did think of him as being kind of an entertainer, so he'd be able to have drinks, and they don't have to be lemonade. They could be like cocktails or mimosas or something like that. And yeah, I don't know, I really like this landing area, and I put these huge like industrial hanging lights right there. This really looks cool in my opinion. Oh, and this is the entryway to the elevator because that's important for the penthouse to have yeah, the elevator and the little like oh, and I have to add my favorite painting, of course. But anyways, we're almost done, so I should quit rambling. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots, and thank you guys so much for watching. And please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.